Hello and welcome. This is Sandra Hart at Life Over 60. I have had just a fantastic week. You know, my son and his family came to visit with me. I haven't seen them in such a long time. So I really had a great week. And I am so excited now to get back with you. And we're going to be talking about things that I've been thinking about. And at the end of this video, I'm going to put a few little bits and pieces of my time with my children. The more light you allow within you, the brighter the world you live in will be. You know, the great paradox of our times is that some of us are bored and busy at the same time. We are running here and there, we're doing this and that, and we are so busy doing things that we really have not stopped to think, is life living for me? Or am I living for life? We are humans that like to control things usually. I mean, it's human nature that we want to control things going on in our lives. But sometimes, do we think that maybe life is happening to us instead of for us? I know I have. And I said, why is this happening to me? Well, actually, we do have a way that we can look at it and things that we can do in our lives that help us maybe have life working for us instead of to us. And they're really simple things that we can think about and that we can do. You know, the Dalai Lama once said that there are 2 days where we can't do anything. Just 2 days in our lives where we can't do anything. And what do you think that is? Well, that is yesterday and tomorrow. We don't have control over those, do we? But what we have control over is today. So we can look forward to being able to, at least that one day, do things to maybe make life work for us. The first thing is to say what you've always wanted to say. You say, what? Now, say what you always wanted to say, whether it's, I really love you, or whether it's, I am so sad, I don't feel well today, whether it's, you know, I'd like to give you an opinion if it's okay if you don't mind. Please don't do that. Or don't treat me like that. I don't deserve to be treated that way. Say what you have always wanted to say. That way, life is not happening to you when you see things around you that you're not pleased with, but it can happen for you when you speak your mind. I mean, I have said before, if you don't ask, you never get. Never. You know, nobody can read your mind. So say what you want to say. And another thing that kind of goes along with that is feel feelings that you've always been afraid to feel. And I've talked about when I lost my husband and I went through all I went through, and I had such blocked emotions inside of me for 10 years. 10 whole years, I couldn't cry. The only time I cried and the can was opened and the floodgates were open was when I saw the back of a man's head walk down the aisle on the airplane. And it looked like my husband from the back. And it was the can opener that, phew, I cried. I cried so hard. But it was such a relief to me because I was letting go of those emotions. And when my children came today, I gave them the biggest hugs ever, in spite of, we were all vaccinated, but I just had to hug them and tell them how much I love them. The absence of having my family in my life, those feelings had built up, but I was not afraid to say, I love you. I love you. Express those feelings that perhaps you've been holding back and that you were afraid to express. It's so wonderful and freeing to just let that come out and open. The next thing is allow a little space in your life for discovery. Now, we like to control things, don't we? Human beings, we like control of everything. But allow some space for discovery in your life. Every day when you wake up, don't have it planned from the beginning to the end. Allow some time for freedom and for things to happen that may surprise you. Discovery opens up our lives to new adventures, to new people, to new experiences, to new things. Perhaps you're going to say, you know what, I was going to do this, but I'm going to drop everything and I'm going to go to the museum uptown. Or I'm going to go to the library and see what they have going on there. Or I'm going to call a friend and see if she's busy. So allow yourself something diverse and a little bit open during the day to give you a little bit of discovery. Life is never fixed, which means we have to be open to discovery as life unfolds for us. And on this journey of self-discovery, we probably will find deeper parts of us that we never even knew existed. Express yourself creatively. Now, you might say, well, I am not creative. I don't have a creative bone in your body. Yes, you do. You really do. Whether it's being a good cook, maybe you play cards really well. Maybe you are very good at talking to people and helping them out. Maybe you are a painter, a writer, roller skater. Maybe you are a great biker. There is something creative in your life that you do that really gives you joy. Express that creativity in your life and dig deeper to find out maybe a creative part of you that you never knew existed. The last thing I'm going to suggest is to be vulnerable. Now you say, what? Be vulnerable? Emotional vulnerability will allow yourself to open up to new possibilities in your life. The last thought I want to share with you today is to remember that life is not constant and status quo. Life is always unfolding, and we have to be open to it in order to be able to make life work for us instead of to us. Thank you so much for staying for this conversation today, and I hope that you all will have such a wonderful day. Thank you ever so much for this wonderful community that I am a part of here, and I thank all of my new subscribers. I hope that you will join in on the comments and share your feelings about whether life is happening to you or whether it's happening for you. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you all. Love your way.